ready, everyone?
Just listen to this.
We in the cut. What? We in the cut.
Los Angeles, Southern California.
We in the cut. Live from the launch pad. We going up. We in the cut.
On the radio.
What? We in the cut. We in the cut, live from the launch pad, we going up. On the ones and twos, punching crews, turning the gears. Ben Vera curves, serving your ears. Got you yearning to hear the illest DJ on the Milky Way's West Coast. Flying blues, fresh flows, plus the best host. So raise a toast or fire up your accoutrements. Music from the past and the future, packed with nutrients. Mad launch pad, blasting off, hit the hash and cough. Now you're in the cut with the puff astronauts. Funk, rock, jazz, hop with a splash of pop. Mix it all together, let it grow like a massive crop. Now that's how you photosynthesize. Excuse me while I kiss the sky, celebrate and emphasize. In the cut like inner knives, blowing inner vibes. Energize another trip, mothership enterprise. Known to boldly go where most are terrified. Where the kick and snare line, there I care to clarify. In the air, very high, where the air is rarefied. Every cut you hear tonight is DJ Ben verified. Now bear in mind that we came to shift the paradigm. Raise the Fahrenheit and fly away with a paradigm. Spare some time for connections and disconnections. Choice selections from our record collections. We pour it out so you can see what that love do. So keep it in the cut with the AllTheAbove crew.
Just listen to this.
We in the cut. What? We in the cut.
I swing my
We
beat.
in the cut. Live from the launch pad. We going up. We in the cut.
Los Angeles, Southern California.
We in the cut.
We like it.
We in the cut. Live from the launch pad. We going up.
Won't believe what we have on the show tonight. By the way, you folks at home, nice to have you here too. Always love to have you here.
Busting mad funky beats so fat that y'all can't help it.
Don't you know this about the music business? Look, when an MC cuts a record, the DJ is the producer. Because the DJ is the one who made your song what it is from the idiot.
Oh yeah, y'all, you know what's glowing up. It's time for In The Cut Radio. We are live from the launch pad, and today we have a super duper special guest with us today. My brother Pachinco is in the building.
Yes,
What's up, my ninja?
Good to see you. Good to be here.
Yeah, it's good to see you too, man. It's been pretty awesome watching you work on this new project, man. So first and foremost, tell the people where you're from and what you're cooking up right now.
Currently living in Los Angeles, California. My name is Pachinco. I got this new album called Elasticity. It just came out September 1st. It's available on vinyl, tapes, cassettes, and digital downloads at the pachinko.store.
Super dope album. We're going to play some of this in just a moment. My first kind of curious question is the title, Elasticity. Why did you pick that title? Like, what's the meaning behind that?
Well, originally, I just really gravitated towards the name. I really like the word, and I just kind of wanted to come up with a title that would let the listener interpret it for themselves.
Really?
And yeah. So it just kind of fit, and then I looked into the definition of it, and it really kind of glued it all together.
Stretching out. So, yeah. So, I mean, I don't know how much we want to talk about or not talk about what you were doing in the past or who you were in the past, but I do feel like with the title of Elasticity and just the whole concept of like stretching out, when I listened to this album, it was a total stretch from what I was used to hearing from you like 5-6 years ago. So, I like the title in the fact that I feel like you have stretched your musical boundaries and your skills. Yeah. So when I first met you, I kind of felt like you were just, I don't want to just pigeonhole you, but you know, a hip hop dude, we'll say it like that.
Absolutely.
And that's not what this project is.
Well, it is all hip hop, you know. It's just kind of like the philosophy is hip hop, you know. I call it disco graffiti, you know.
I was gonna ask you if you like came up with a name for the genre. Yeah. Disco graffiti.
Yeah,
I like that. It kind of gives me the vibes of like disco and house.
Yeah, it's definitely disco house influences from the 90s, everything post like 99 before. Really was diving into that. That's kind of where I kept my my inspiration for this album.
So before this, did you ever produce anything like this before, or is this
Absolutely.
a new style for you?
No, I've been doing electronic music and house music for a long time with my crew International Party in the Bay Area.
Oh, the INTO Party.
Yes,
Okay, yes.
yes.
I've heard the name over and over again.
Yeah. Shout out Audio One, my homie Kerwoo. Yeah, absolutely.
I see those names on this project too, so they still pitched in?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dope.
Yeah, they helped out with the production as well. Like on one of the tracks, me and Audio One started that one, and at actually my original studio in San Jose. So yeah, definitely a huge influence and help from the crew.
So I know that this album was just finished within the last year. Have you been working on this for 10 years like I have on some of my projects?
I would say 90%. Like only one track was like from a long time ago.
Okay.
That's the track Open Eyes, and then the rest of them were pretty recent. They're all kind of made after 2020, so like,
okay.
And I probably finished it around like 2020, late 2021.
Okay.
And then 2022 was just really about putting it into production because it took a long time to get the vinyl pressed.
Oh, okay. So am I looking at a pandemic project right here?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a big shift in the direction.
I wonder how much longer I'm going to be talking about that, but let's talk about it. Because the pandemic, COVID lockdowns, everyone's staying at home and stuff, it was a major shift for the entire world. And I personally enjoyed it because it kind of made not just myself, but it made everyone else kind of slow down and reevaluate things and sort of give you a chance to refocus on yourself,
Absolutely.
And so much dope stuff has come out of that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
It was something special for the world. Like it definitely gave everybody a chance to recalibrate, recalculate, and refocus. I definitely felt like I needed to make some changes in my artistic direction and make stuff that was more about my, I'm trying to make more legacy pieces and look at what I'm trying to leave behind and what I'm trying to contribute to music. And this is definitely my first attempt to contribute to music, try to do something refreshing and not trying to copy anybody or follow any trends. So it's a little different, than what I would say if I was trying to make something for the radio, like pop radio or top 40 kind of stuff like that. It's definitely not that. It's not for that. It's for people that enjoy like genuine, authentic music, and I'm trying to find like real fan base, that they'll stick with me because they love the music, and not just because it's a hot trend.
well, I think even before, when I would listen to your DJ sets, you always had pop appeal. Like there's something about your style that's very easy to digest and is real upbeat. I feel like what you've produced here has commercial appeal. Like it's a polished sound. It's got a good it's good vibey, you know what I mean?
Thank you.
And it's not too hood, it's not too pop. It's just right in the middle, I think a wide range of audience would actually really enjoy this. I was super surprised because I was not expecting this sound to come from you, honestly. And as a huge fan of house music, and just the whole scene in Ibiza and whatnot, I feel like this could get you there,
Yeah, no, it's it's definitely like the soccer, what I'm saying, or football, like it's definitely more of a globally digested sound. Mm-hmm. I mean, we have our waves here and there in America where we like certain things, and tech house is really big right now.
Right.
And then EDM had a crazy takeover in like 2013, 2012, and all that stuff. So there's different, in times where different parts of electronic music, stick out, but I'm definitely not trying to follow any fads or anything like that.
Do you have any favorite artists or producers of the genre that you've always been listening to that inspired your sound in any type of way?
Absolutely. There's definitely the folks that I grew up to. I would say like Armin van Helden, DJ Irene, Artie, the One Man Party.
I actually met DJ Irene like a year ago.
Yeah. I got to meet her this past year, within this year as
she's
well.
cool.
Yeah, absolutely good
Shout
people.
out to DJ Irene.
Yeah, classic Under Construction records. As far as also Defected, Daft Punk. It's really comes from my time growing up in the Bay Area. Listen to all the DJs out there on all the radio stations, the midday mixes. Yeah, there's a really great DJ community out there in the Bay Area. So we were very fortunate and to listen to a lot of different genres, and house music has definitely been something very important to us.
Yeah, I think you just kind of mentioned what it was when I listened to it. Not to compare you to anyone, but it did make me reminisce. I feel like I should say reminisce, as in like R.I.P. to Daft Punk. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Felt it has sort of that same kind of vibe, and obviously they've had major worldwide success. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like it's in that similar vein, and it's dope. It's just dope.
No, I'm definitely a big fan of disco house, French house, and Cry to More, and it's just definitely something I always was into as a kid. When I was buying records in the vinyl era, whereas you really have to be careful what you're purchasing, and I was really more attracted to the house songs with samples and funky grooves that would be filtered and whatnot.
Was there a scene for that where you were growing up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
A lot of record stores. Definitely in Oakland, we had like Home Base.
Okay.
And a lot of great places.
Man, let's talk about some of those record stores, because I'm looking at the cover art for this new album. By the way, we're chilling with my boy Pachinco right now, for those who just tuned in,
yes.
Talking about the new album Elasticity. So I'm looking at the cover right now, and it's like this guy screaming his head off in the front, and then there's a street in the middle, and along the street are these record stores. So, man, shout out some of the record stores where you used to do your shopping at.
I mean, we got of course, we got Tower Records on there because, you know, that's one of the spots that's very universal for everybody.
Let's see, was there a... Okay, yeah, go on.
We got Amoeba.
That's what I was going to say.
Of course.
The Amoeba, did you used to go to the one on Telegraph, though?
Yeah, I went to one in San Francisco.
There's one in San Fran?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's the one I went to a lot.
Okay.
And then we got most of the spots in San Jose, like we got On the Corner Records. That's where we had the record release party, so that was a great full circle moment.
Dope. I saw those photos.
Yeah, and Streetlight Records, Kneel to the Groove, Al's Record Barn. So yeah, just shouts out to the places I grew up to, and also Night Sounds.
Shout out to everybody who used to actually dig in the crates.
Yes.
Half of these places don't exist anymore, I'm assuming.
A couple of them do.
Yeah.
The mom and pop. It's funny. The mom and pop spots do. You know,
Interesting.
Tower Records.
Right, Tower is gone. Actually,
you know.
they still have a tower in Tokyo.
Yeah. There's, I guess, one.
I don't know what they're doing over here.
Yeah.
What did they turn it into? I don't even want to. Let's not even talk about it.
So, yeah.
There's a whole nother aspect of this though. So, full disclosure, I've been watching you put this together for the past couple of years, and the part that really, I just heard the music like this week, but what I did see before this week was all of the artwork you've been working on.
Yeah.
So, not only did you do this album cover art, but am I letting the cat out of the bag?
No, go ahead.
Okay, with just tell us the other side of this. Not, aside from the music, let's talk about the visual side of what's going on here, because this man is like a full-blown cartoonist, y'all.
Yeah,
like, full-blown.
It's an animated character. What Pachinko is, and I'm doing all the illustration and animation for the music videos. We have a few music videos that we're about to release from this album.
Ooh, you're gonna love it, y'all. Is this guy? Is he a mouse? He's got the big ears.
Yeah, he's got the. It's just like a rat, you know. Like he's got the big ears for detecting predators and finding samples.
And he's got a black girlfriend.
Well, that's like that. He's that's more of like the. I definitely wanted to have like the Pam Grier like kind of like funk style on it.
Yeah,
so,
his girl is fly, bro. Like Jessica Rabbit vibes.
And then we got the subway, of course, filled with all the old school graffiti cats. I tried to make it. Did all of the. I didn't like take any pictures. I just redid them myself. And it was really homage to the OG, like the old school graffiti cats before hip hop, like Blade, Stay High, Butch, Cliff, Phase 2. Just like I try to be like more, keep the continuity with where the samples come from, because these rap writers were like the cats that listen to Tower Power and Cool in the Game, stuff like that. Yeah.
Have you done cover art for other people before?
No, this is actually my first. Yeah.
Oh, this is amazing, bro.
Yeah, I learned a lot about
Is this your first?
Manufacturing and all that.
Is this your first album?
This is my first album. This is my first attempt, as an artist.
All right, I'm gonna say this right now. Your cover art is better than my first album, and your musical sound is better than my first album.
That means a lot.
You're starting off great, bro. Like,
thank you so much. That means a lot. I like.
Let's talk about the sound. So, just before we turned on the microphones today, we were having our little nerdy gear talk studio stuff. Did you do this all in the box?
Are
you Fruity Loops? Pro Tools,
I use
Ableton. What was
for this one. I use a couple analog pieces of equipment, but yeah, definitely. I used a lot of Ableton on this. I'm definitely going more into the analog direction for the next projects. I already acquired a lot of the equipment. I'm just we're working on finishing putting this out to start working on rewiring the studio.
And so, since this is your first project, were there a lot of obstacles, things you had to learn?
Oh yeah.
I'm really surprised at how polished the sound is. It sounds like it's your third or fourth, fifth album, which is crazy.
I do have a lot of experience with putting out records. Not records, but with production and putting out songs. I've had success with like top 40 songs in the past, and it just wasn't like, it didn't really lead to anything.
Like remixing? No,
like I did the beats for songs that became like top 40 songs and then like R&B songs, and so.
So you've been producing for a while.
Okay. Yeah, and so but it just that trajectory and that style wasn't natural for me, so I just kind of had to do something that was more on my shoulders, and if anything, if it doesn't go through, or if it's on me and not somebody else.
Right.
And so so I made sure I did all the vocals. I did everything myself. Even though I don't consider myself a vocalist, I'm definitely more into production.
You did the vocal on that one song. There was a song earlier in the album. You did all the vocals.
All the vocals. There's only one song with a female vocal
that's the one I'm thinking of. Okay.
Maddie G.
Oh, I was like, what studio magic are you doing to your voice, bro? Okay. So there is one. Shout out to Maddie G. Which song is that? Oh, that's
New World.
New World. Gotcha. Yeah. I like that song.
Thank you. That's more of the 90s vibe.
Matter of fact, I feel like we've been talking a lot. I feel like we should at least give the peoples one of these ear candies for their ear holes right quick. There are 10 songs on the album. Is one of these considered like the featured single?
Yeah, I would say. I'm
assuming. I don't know. Maybe you'll put out a few singles, but is there one that you're promoting first? I guess we.
Yeah, we started out with putting out I would say 3-4 singles before the album came out.
Okay.
And I would say "Call My Name." "Call My Name" is the one that is more popular. It's getting a lot of getting a lot of recognition.
All right, should we run it?
Good response.
Should we run it?
Yeah, let's play it.
Let's play it then. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to In The Cut Radio live from the launch pad with DJ Ben Vera, special guest Pachinco in the building, and we're going to get into the featured track off of this new album, Elasticity. Title of the track is Call My Name. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Call My Name by my brother Pachinko.
Yes.
Tight, bro. So like I told you guys, it's that dance party vibe. It's kind of like Daft Punk-ish, but different, disco-ish, but different. It's a
Absolutely.
good vibe, bro. It's a good vibe. I'm also curious about the name Pachinko.
Oh yeah.
Because when I was in Japan, I feel like Pachinko was the gambling place, or like the gambling machines.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I even remember being a little kid and like you would take these little metal balls
Yep.
and it would go through like the wooden things. Like,
It's like a mix between a slot machine and a pinball machine.
yes, thank you for that, because I
Yeah.
couldn't put the words together. Does that have anything to do with this name at all?
Absolutely does.
It does? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It's like I kind of sampled the name because like it's something that I grew up with a pachinko machine in my house, like a broken one that was my mom and dad's, and they just had it. So I always remembered having that.
Yeah, those are dope.
Yeah, really fun, clinky, noisy
Yeah.
things, and so basically, it was just something from my past, and I really like what it represents. Me being Asian as well, it comes from like an Asian place, and it's in like seedy bars and clubs. It looks like it's for kids, but it's not for kids. You know, and it's it makes a lot of noise, and it's colorful, bright, and it's analog. You know, it's just like a real metal clinky machine thing.
It's a good time.
Yeah, and it's like I said, it's in bars, clubs, and like seedy spots. You know, and yeah, and so I and it's from this. It was really popular in like the 70s and like the 70s, and
Yep.
so I feel like it represents the time, place, and
the
the
disco
look and
vibe.
and the vibe.
Analog, I could dig it, bro.
Yeah.
And it's a good time.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun, yeah. Only you spell it differently. So the
Yes.
spelling for your artist name is
Pachinco.
there you go. So matter of fact, while we're on the subject, how do people find you or find this album as far as the internet or even in the real world? Is this tell them where they could find this?
My website is thepachinko.store. Thepachinko.store.
Okay.
You can also find me on Instagram at Pachinko, PACHINCO_. And then also it's on Spotify, Tidal, Apple, Amazon Music, everything as Pachinko, PACHINCO.
And the album is Elasticity.
Yes.
ELASTICITY.
Elasticity.
There will be a quiz later, y'all. Yeah, so dope, bro. Do you want to shout out any of the people that you worked with on this? Because I'm looking at the back of the cover. We already had a slight mention of Matty G, and then I remember you were talking about one of your day ones that you had produced with as well, Audio One.
Yes, DJ Audio One
Yeah.
from the Bay Area. He's a really well-known DJ out there. He's got roots in the drum and bass jungle scene.
Okay.
And and he's somebody I started INTL Party with. And so, yeah, he's a co-star. And we also have Matty G. It was mastered by Slatin Pro out in Madrid, Spain. And
Wow.
also shout out to my folks, Kerwu, out in New Delhi. So yeah, it's definitely an international party.
International party. Are you still spinning live? Is there places people can come and see you live nowadays?
I do live streams on Mondays and Thursdays on Twitch.
Okay.
And also on Bigo, and I'm working on the TikTok thing right now.
Okay. What about in person? You still rocking with Rocco's or?
Doing like open. That's more of the open format styles.
Hey,
but,
you gotta be a chameleon out here.
yeah, no, I'm a full-time DJ, so I'm always DJing every weekend. Yeah.
I would highly suggest you guys find this man in real life because it's a good time as well. So
Thank you.
matter of fact, we've been featuring you on our shows for I don't even know.
Yes.
It's been years. Like
Yes.
you're a staple.
Alumni.
You're
Yeah,
like
no,
a staple now of all of the above in the cut. So he's part of the family, man. You
Yeah,
know?
no, thank you guys so much. I've been loving doing mixes, and I love your guys' show. You know, I'm a huge fan of the programming, the range of genres, how eclectic and well-knowledged you guys are in music. You guys are definitely like the older brothers that are like always teaching me, you know. And so I'm always listening after I'm done spinning.
Feels good to have that acknowledgement, and for anybody else who's out there, it's a two-way street, you know. So it's like, if you show us love, we do our best to show you love back, because you know that's kind of how it is when you're all about the music, you know.
Absolutely.
If you find people that are talented and have a good vibe and that love what we do as much as we do, then collabing and working together and supporting each other is just it's all on the one. So
comes easy.
Yeah, I'll never forget the day you rolled up on us in the parking lot, dude. He's mean mugging me.
It was.
You're not the first person to do that though.
It was that much love for the radio show that I was like, as soon as, because you guys were kind of, you know, the studio's in my neighborhood, so I was driving, you know, I know where it's at, and see you guys, you know, chilling in the parking lot, doing a thing.
Is it one of those things where it's like, you know what we sound like, but you don't know what we look like? So when you first see us, you're kind of like, is that him?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I definitely have a face for radio, y'all.
I had no idea. But yeah, no, it was, you know, you and Django.
Shout out to Django.
Amazing on the radio. So
yeah, so you guys, if you guys want to check out DJ Sets from Pachinko, we've got those archived as well because he's been on our show several times. Shameful plug.
Yes.
AOTARadio.com is where you can find all of our past episodes. So if you go to the website AOTARadio.com, if you go to the search box, just put in his name, Pachinko, PACHINCO.
Definitely.
I can't even count how many times you've done mixes with us. It's got to be at least 5 times or so.
No, it's more than that. It's something like 8 to 10, something like that.
See what I mean? So yeah. Hey man, get a bar, y'all. Get a bar.
Yeah.
It's a good time all around. Shoot, man. Is there anything else you want to talk about before I jump in the mix? I think what I'm gonna do is kind of put your songs together and just go for it.
Yes, I would love to hear that. Yeah.
So, anything else you want to say before we jump into the mix?
Just shout out to the family in the Bay Area. Love you guys and all the folks in family. This is for you guys, and it's just trying to do something that gives back to what inspired me as a youth coming up, and giving back to all the people that made me who I am. So definitely, I hope you enjoy the project. It's Elasticity, out now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, pair up your Bluetooth speakers, plug in your headphones. It's time to get into the cut. This is a special mix of all Elasticity tracks by my brother and my friend, Pachinko. And away we grow. This is KPFK, Pacifica Radio, 90.7 FM Los Angeles, 98.7 FM Santa Barbara, 93.7 FM San Diego, and 99.5 FM Ridgecrest and China Lake. Online, of course, at kpfk.org. You are now in the cut with DJ Ben Vera in your ear holes. And away we grow.
About our hopes and dreams there under the stars, looking blessed and beady. Young kids, young minds, take a hit, unwind. She don't really care what they say anyway. When I look into her eyes, there's no surprise how much meaning to the
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is In The Cut Radio, live from the launch pad. It's your man, DJ Ben Vera, Curb, serving you ear holes with these jams right here on Pacifica Radio, KPFK, y'all. 90.7 FM Los Angeles, 98.7 FM Santa Barbara, 93.7 FM San Diego, and 99.5 FM Ridgecrest and China Lake. Online all around the world at kpfk.org. And this is a special mix of all tracks off the brand new album called Elasticity by my man Pachinco. I want to run down the playlist since we started the mix just so you guys know what you're listening to. So, kicked it off with Memories of Destiny, and then after that, The Need, followed up with My Heart, and then mixed that up with a little bit of The Right Decision, followed up with a track by Pachinko featuring Maddie G. The title on that one was New World. And then Open Eyes followed up with The Liftoff. Just before this, The Focus. And under us right here and right now is a track called Here and Now. I am DJ Ben Vera, and that's what's in the cut. Now we are just reaching the halfway point. I implore you to please keep it locked. We're going to come back for the second hour of In The Cut Radio. Shout out to my brother Pachinko for coming through today, and congratulations on your new project. We'll be back after just a 2 or 3 minute break, y'all, and away we grow.